Walk into any sporting goods store today and you'll see the same pattern. New cartridges dominate the shelves, new names, new branding, new ballistic claims. Flatter, faster, longer, more efficient. And yet, if you study ballistic history instead of marketing brochures, something becomes clear. Many of today's revolutionary hunting rounds are simply rediscovering performance that older cartridges delivered decades ago. Some of those older calibers faded because rifle manufacturers shifted focus. Some were victims of ammunition economics. Others were simply overshadowed by trend cycles. But they didn't fade because they failed. In fact, several of these forgotten calibers delivered a level of balance, penetration, and real-world effectiveness that modern cartridges are still trying to replicate. Today we're breaking down 10 forgotten calibers that, in practical field conditions, still rival, or in certain ways outperform, modern hunting rounds. If you value serious firearm analysis based on physics and field results instead of hype cycles, consider subscribing. This channel focuses on what actually works when the season opens. Let's start with a cartridge that arguably set the template for balanced performance long before balance became fashionable. 1. 257 Roberts. The 257 Roberts was once considered one of the finest all-around deer cartridges available. Firing bullets typically between 100 and 120 grains, at velocities approaching 2,900 feet per second, it offered flat trajectory and mild recoil decades before recoil-sensitive cartridges became mainstream. Modern hunters often gravitate toward 6mm and 6.5mm cartridges for similar performance goals. Yet the 257 Roberts was already delivering that balance nearly a century ago. Where it truly stands out is efficiency. It does not require excessive powder to achieve effective velocity. It produces manageable recoil, which promotes accurate shot placement, and with proper bullet construction, it provides sufficient penetration for deer-sized game within realistic distances. In many real-world scenarios, the ballistic difference between a 257 Roberts and several modern light recoiling cartridges is negligible inside 300 yards. Its decline was not performance-related, it was marketing-related, and that alone makes it worth remembering. The 757 Mauser carries a global reputation for effectiveness. Loaded with 140 to 175 grain bullets, it offers impressive sectional density and reliable penetration. At moderate velocities, it avoids excessive recoil while maintaining deep, straight-line penetration on medium and large game. Modern 7mm cartridges emphasize velocity and ballistic coefficient, but the 757 demonstrated long ago that penetration and bullet mass often matter more than extreme speed. In timber, broken terrain, and realistic hunting ranges, its performance remains fully competitive. Its fade from mainstream American popularity says more about consumer trends than about ballistic limitations. 3. 250 Savage. The 250 Savage was revolutionary in its time, becoming one of the first cartridges to achieve 3,000 feet per second with lighter bullets. While today's marketing highlights velocity milestones as innovation, the 250 Savage achieved that performance long ago. It offers mild recoil, flat trajectory within moderate ranges, and sufficient penetration for deer-sized game. Its case design promotes efficiency. Its recoil profile encourages consistent shooting. In an era when new hunters are advised to seek mild recoil cartridges, the 250 Savage already delivered that formula generations earlier. 4. 264 Winchester Magnum. Though technically a Magnum, the 264 Winchester Magnum has been largely overshadowed by newer long-range cartridges. Pushing 140-grain bullets at high velocity, it offered flat trajectory and reduced wind drift long before the long-range craze. While barrel life concerns reduced its popularity, its ballistic performance remains impressive even by modern standards. In open terrain, where wind management matters, its high velocity and sectional density provide legitimate advantage. Modern long-range cartridges often claim to redefine flat shooting. The .264 Winchester Magnum quietly did it decades ago. 5. 280 Remington. The .280 Remington exists in a strange space between the .270 Winchester and the .30-06. It fires 140 to 160 grain bullets at competitive velocities, offering excellent wind resistance and manageable recoil. Its sectional density and bullet weight flexibility provide reliable penetration for deer and elk-sized game. Many hunters today praise modern 7mm cartridges for their balance. The .280 Remington achieved that balance long before modern branding. Its underappreciation was never about effectiveness. It was about market timing. 6. 300 H&H Magnum. Before the 300 Winchester Magnum dominated shelves, the 300 H&H Magnum set the standard. It delivered strong velocity, smooth feeding due to its tapered case, and reliable big game authority. Its performance remains competitive with modern .30 caliber magnums inside realistic hunting distances. While overshadowed by newer case designs, it remains a historically proven performer that does not lag behind modern expectations. 7. 6.555 Swedish. The 6.555 Swedish cartridge demonstrated the power of sectional density long before ballistic coefficient became a common term. With 140 to 160 grain bullets and moderate velocity, it offers deep penetration and manageable recoil. Many modern 6.5mm cartridges draw praise for wind resistance and efficiency. The 6.5x55 delivered those same benefits over a century ago. Its continued use in Europe speaks to its effectiveness. It did not need reinvention. 8. 35 Whelen. The 35 Whelen represents a different philosophy. Moderate velocity paired with heavy bullet mass. Firing 200 to 250 grain bullets, it offers substantial penetration on elk, moose, and bear-sized animals without the recoil intensity of larger magnums. In thick timber and heavy bone encounters, penetration matters more than flat trajectory. While modern hunters often chase velocity, the 35 Whelen focused on momentum and controlled expansion. That approach remains relevant. 9. 300 Savage. Before the .308 Winchester became dominant, the 300 Savage offered impressive short-action performance. It provided respectable energy retention and manageable recoil in compact rifles. In practical hunting distances, its performance closely mirrors that of the .308. Its decline was tied to the rise of a more modernized case design, not ballistic inadequacy. 10. .38 06A². The 338-06 combined moderate recoil with heavy bullet mass, offering enhanced penetration compared to standard .30 caliber options. It delivered a step up in authority without the full recoil of Magnum cartridges. In scenarios where deep penetration is critical, it provided a logical and efficient solution. Its niche status does not diminish its effectiveness. If you want continued evidence-based firearm analysis that separates performance from marketing language, subscribe for future breakdowns, because sometimes the most capable cartridges are the ones history nearly forgot. And in the field, results matter more than trends.